When we look at environmental pressure, in what situations does the dog fail or progress? What type of environment does the dog need to be in to thrive objectively?
This is a very diverse dog. So with a Presa, long as you train them, long as you expose them, the dog thrives in a lot of situations.
Guys, we're back. And we're talking a little bit more about the Presa Canario. Now, Richard, I know that you traveled overseas to get your dogs. Can you talk about what you saw when you went? And to be clear, he wants to know the topic. That's his thing. Hey, man, what we talking about? Don't worry, buddy. I got you covered, man. I would never leave you stranded.
No, and that's why I trust him.
So environmental pressure is a real thing. And every time your dog enters a new space, you learn more about your dog and even more about yourself.
Yes.
So I got to ask, what did you learn from your dogs or the dogs you were interested in bringing over here when you went to the Canary Islands, and what changed when they got here?
Well, you know, when I went to get the dogs, they were puppies.
Yeah.
So not a whole lot as far as any unnormal changes took place with the regular stage of the puppies. But what I saw as far as the breeders and the dogs there versus what I see here is drastic. The dogs are more bigger bone dogs there. Like you don't see thin bone Presa Canarios in the Canary Islands.
Right. Your dog, you can't put the whole thing around. So what are you talking about? They bigger than that?
No, that's why all my dogs came from there.
Oh, okay.
So that's what you see when you go there.
Limp leg Negroes.
Oh yeah, and not even that. The Presa, I'm from Virginia. The cardinal is a state bird. The Presa Canario is
That's funny because I think in Kansas City the Blue Jay is.
Oh yeah?
I think so, man.
It may be.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I can see. Look, and that's just me. Look, I be pulling random stuff out. I don't know where that stuff be coming from, but I be knowing some shit.
Walking Google.
So the bird, and then go ahead, keep finishing.
Yeah, so the Presa Canario is a dog of the country. So it's a lifestyle. It's not just a dog that's originated there. That they actually ingrained it. It's a part of the legislation. Like, it's a big deal, and they take a lot of pride in the dog. So the pride that they put into the dog is something that you also don't see here. Like, it's a lot of pride in the dog.
Now, when we look at environmental pressure, what's one of the environments that you don't see enough pressure being applied? And let me make sure I address this correctly. Again, we talked about him he went personally to see these puppies, had them brought over here. Then you turn around, he brought the dogs over here, and then they go to Tickfall, Louisiana.
Yeah.
In this case, when we look at environmental pressure, in what situations does the dog fail or progress? What type of environment does the dog need to be in to thrive objectively?
This is a very diverse dog. So with a Presa, long as you train them, long as you expose them, the dog thrives in a lot of situations. I've had mine in swimming, and you don't see a lot of people doing that with their dogs. I'm talking swimming. Then I scent work. I train a dog how to do scent work.
Oh, that's interesting.
And you don't see many people using Presas for scent work. They can do it. So it's just a very capable dog. I mean, weight pull. Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you. So I can't say of a situation I can think of that the dog wouldn't do excellent, as long as the dog is trained and conditioned. They're very versatile dogs.
That's the part that I'm glad. Look,
and which is it's actually shocking because, like I said, when I started training them on a scent work, I was shocked in how well their nose was and how well it was easy for them to pick up scent work.
Well, from my understanding, Presas are sensible dogs. And what that means is they have a better gauge for playing the game versus being a part of a game. What I'm saying is there are dogs like a Malinois who will play the game. It's like, oh, he's the Presa's like, and I learned this from, look, Black Leash over here. Shout out to my guy, Black Leash K9, who came down here by way of Richard. He said, and even Stan said it too, though. Stan was like, the Presa takes situations more serious than other dogs. So you can't jump around and intrigue a Presa. And I saw it in real time. That's what got me. Because they were usually like, they don't work on that. And just like even my boy Tron, it was like, let's get him excited. Tron didn't, we didn't push him a lot. So he's like, where's the ball at? Where's the bite pillow? He's like, I'm cool. But if I was like, do something, he's like, I think I'll do it for now.
Yeah.
But you can't excite him because I might grab him and run through the house or something. Y'all don't know, I be fucking with these dogs, man. So by the time you see Maestro and Joker, I carry them outside. I've been petting them and harassing them, grabbing their face, loud noise. I got a blowhorn when I was at the goddamn whatchamacallit's house. I was blowing the blow. I said, damn, that's loud.
Yeah.
I'm fucking with these dogs from day one, so you can't get any more excited. But in my opinion, it gives them more discernment.
Yes, it does.
Because now,
yes, it
if
does.
somebody's jumping around, my dog ain't gonna react. He's like,
Correct.
oh, that nigga's, that's gas. That's just gas. That ain't no real threat.
Yep.
So from a Presa standpoint, what actually motivates a Presa and how do they get their discernment? Because over time, I'm sure the dog gets smarter and smarter. And then by the time it's like,
They do get smarter. They like a challenge. they like the game. They like the game of you challenging their mind and get them mentally stimulated to get the rest of their body going and get that adrenaline rush. Once you get them dogs turned on, they are different dogs. Like, trust me, you work a Presa and you get a Presa turned on, you see a completely different animal. And they love to be in that thriving, that activated mode where they're working.
And I'm going to say this, and this potentially is going to rub some people the wrong way. And you're going to think, look, let me be very clear. I don't promote fighting or doing anything with the dog. A pit bull, just talk about the name. If you ever wanted to see that dog in its best state of being, you would want to put it in a fight. That's the truth. The challenge is that ain't good for the dog. Well, it's just not good for us. The dog, here's the thing. Pit bulls fight and wag their tail because that's who they are.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it, to be clear. That's who the dog, it's pit bull, drop it in a pit. Here's a bull, let it do what it's supposed to do. And it's all it's supposed to do is think and survive. That's why I'm asking about environmental pressure, because in what scenarios, and you kind of answer some of them, do you get to see the best come out of a Presa?
When they're working.
There you have
when
it.
they're working.
There you have it.
And working, as far as bite work, scent work, when a dog is working and the dog is active, that's when you see that dog really start to thrive. They like to get to a point where if you properly condition them, where they can just go through those extra stages and extra barriers of ensuring endurance. Like, the dog likes to work. I mean, they're motivated by it. So that's when you really see the dog thrive.
There you have it, man. Well, environmental pressure is a real thing. And in my opinion and experience, just like we saw today, it's in these environments that we just learn more about our dogs and ourselves. I watched his Presas progress slowly but surely as we took them through small to big to nothing. And every time they tried, not only do you reward them, but you say, man, I'm glad we came here because now I know what the dog needs to work on.
Correct. That's the main thing. Like, and it's not, for me, it wasn't just about the dog. I was growing at the same time too, because as a handler, you want to see your dog excel and knock it out the park every single time, and it's just not realistic without you having continuous up and build a dog to that point. So if you don't work the dog, you have to realize how to handle that stress, not to take that stress and push it through the leash to where the dog feels that, and just keep everything positive and going and motivate the dog. So it's a two-way street on that for me.
There you have it, man. Well, we've learned about environmental pressure, people. We get dogs because we push ourselves and push our animals. In this case, when you get a Presa, make sure you take them through as many situations as you have time for. But even more importantly, fall in love with the process of bringing the best out of the dog.
That's the best part about it. It's the process, man.
Man.
It's the best part.
And that's the part now, like, even my confidence with Tron is because we've done it so many times. You're like, nigga, don't get this wrong.
Yeah.
Because we've only been in this tree 35 times since you've been a pup, trying to push your limitations. Don't embarrass me. Because, you know, and the same thing with Cha-Cha, or at the time, Ego, and the things we're going to do with Joker and Maestro. How do you push a dog? One step at a time, people. Take care of your dogs.
Hey, and get you a Presa.
Boom.